is Will.
My name is David.
And we are excited for 7 rounds of Legacy today.
I don't think you understand how excited I am, though. That's the problem.
Tell me, Dave.
No. This is, again, 107 players. How many rounds?
We have 7 rounds. We've missed a round.
That's true.
But we're going to have 6 here for you.
Again, we have all the Southern Ontario, essentially.
Yes.
Some of Northern Ontario has come down from North Bay, Sudbury, those guys. We have some people from New York, like Rochester
Yeah,
Royals.
I was going to say, the Rochester team, I think, is here. They've
Yep.
come to some of the other larger events, the 3K that we had as well.
Exactly. Yeah, so I mean, again, lots of people, 107 people, great staff. We're at ETB Oakville.
Oakville,
right?
that's correct. Right off of the 401. And it's beautiful. We have, as Dave mentioned, 107 people. The last tournament, I want to say, was it the 3K? We had around 80 people.
Yeah, roughly around 80.
This is one we were chatting with some of the other players of how large and how significant this tournament actually is relative for Legacy and how big it is, and the pot too. I can't think of a larger Legacy one in Canada in the recent times. I'm not too sure. I can't think of any.
I want to say this is Canada's premier Legacy tournament right now because
that's our title, isn't it?
Yeah, that is our title, exactly. Because we haven't had this many people play Legacy in quite some time. I think the last time they may have had this amount of people would have been maybe at like a GP, but again, never in Canada. I think it was in New Jersey or something like that, if I'm not mistaken, right? So, yeah, I mean, again, jam-packed full of Legacy. We did a quick walk around at all the tables, see what's going on in between round one and round 2 here. Again, I don't want to go into the decks just yet because I think we have possibly a guest that we want to bring in that's a vendor here.
Yeah, we have a bunch of little vendors as well, right? I shouldn't say little, right? We have a bunch of vendors and other people that are helping out behind the scenes, right? Enter the battlefield. You can see right here, this is, the company, right? The store that's hosting. There's one store in Oakville. That's where we're at. Newmarket is the other store, right? So further north of us here, northeast if you want to be more specific. And we also have some other people helping out too. We have Endgame. We were just talking with the store owner, Chris. They've actually sponsored their Lorcana team, who has been doing really well. They actually had someone come top 8 in the North America. I was watching that. Quigley, he was doing amazing with the deck he played. Different game, of course, right? And they, I've seen these decks around, or the sleeves around, looking great. Canadian company as well, so check them out on their website, right?
Are they matte? Do you know if they're matte?
I'm not too sure if they're matte. I haven't seen them out of the box, but Chris has informed me that they are very good. They're partnering up with them here too.
Awesome.
And we also have some other people we're going to be getting in. We have a vendor. They have some really cool custom art. I'm actually going to be picking up something later today.
Yeah, custom tokens from what I saw, and a whole slew of them. So when they, I believe it's 8th place Dave, and I can't remember the lady's name off the top of my head right now. But as soon as they come in, we'll showcase their work.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm not sure how much time we have between round 1 and round 2 at this point. I want to say we're pretty close to the end of round 1.
Yeah, I think it's about 15 minutes before the next round, or this round ends. We'll be going to time. I was meant to talk about deck list and what I didn't see, and then I was like, nope, I'm going to hold off on that piece, right?
Back in my day, Miracles was the best deck, right?
Controlled was around, but...
I did see a couple in the room. So so
stop.
People are trying control. I know, again, we could go off into a whole thing about the meta and like what's going on right now. We won't do that just yet. Don't worry, we have some time later to discuss all that. But as we know, control has been kind of the thing that's been kind of fleshed out essentially at this point, right?
Yeah.
So we will we have all the deck lists. Some are paper, some are on Spice Rack right now. So we have to figure out exactly how we're going to showcase some of these decks and explain what we've seen in the room. But from what we briefly saw, pretty diverse meta, lots of combo, lots of I don't want to say aggro, but like, your tempo decks, your aggro decks, some control, but again, not too much, because as we said, control's kind of on its thing out. We don't have current standings right yet. That's what we're just talking about. Going in round 2, we'll have a better idea of what's going on and how it's going out there.
Yeah, and Dave too, all the players here are also playing for something a lot larger and even bigger too.
Yes.
We have something called our Legacy of the North. In our title, you can see that it's ETB and Legacy of the North. Dave here's going to bring the beautiful trophy that people are playing for points, right? So this is a season that people play for. So all in Southern Ontario and even kind of the Northern Ontario, people are playing for points. So locals that they go to each week, right? So I know Enter the Battlefield in Newmarket has 2 Legacy Days, Wednesday night and also Sunday during the day as well.
Yes.
And depending on your placement, you get points for a league. And every quarter, people have this points, and then top 32 people within this points, right, get invited to the Invitational, and they play for the Legacy of the North,
Exactly.
King, Queen, or other, right, of battling it out. And you can see the names have been inscribed here. We have Boston, right, coming out 3 times as the season champion.
Hat trick, really?
Yeah, the hat trick.
Oh,
Maybe going
man.
for the 4-peat, maybe, for this next season. I'm pretty sure you've been playing in almost everything as well, right?
Almost all of them, I think. Yeah, exactly.
So a
Right.
beautiful trophy, the Grim Monolith by Jim Monolith himself. Big piece of getting that ready.
Yep.
I remember. I don't know if it was last season. I think I was last.
Oh, I mean,
Like dead last.
no,
like
fair.
400
I mean,
players.
I've been. I still remember the first season that spun up with Legacy of the North, and because we didn't have too many players in the actual league, it was relatively easy with a low number of points to get a pretty high, like top 32, right?
Yeah.
Now I can't remember the exact number, but we got
It's like
again.
200, I
We
think.
got Southern Ontario. We got almost like mid North Ontario with the North Bay and Sudbury and those guys. We got some Kingston people. We got some Kitchener. I think we have I want to say Hamilton, Ancaster, like that kind of area. So like we're getting pretty spread out, right?
Yeah.
Maybe we even go across Canada. I've been trying to get some people because people are actually moving out to Vancouver and stuff like that, right? So I was gonna mention to Jim and Trevor and everything like for the Legacy North
Extend
crew
the reach.
and say, you know what? Let's just not make it Southern Ontario. Let's go national. Let's go across Canada.
That'd
You
be
know what I
pretty
mean?
sweet.
Right? Yeah. So, but again, because of the amount of players now, like you said, the competition is pretty tight getting to that
Yes.
top 32 slot, right? Like even this time around, again, I've been playing pretty often, and I'm still like, I don't know, 28, 30.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You
right?
actually
You know?
qualified for the last one, Dave, and then you decided to commentate with me.
Yeah.
Dave made it.
you're
He
right.
slugged it
Yes,
out,
yes,
and
I
then
remember now.
and then he's like, I could play, but I'm gonna commentate,
Yes.
and I appreciate it. Right? We had a blast too.
I was gonna say, you know what? There are some times when you have to take sacrifices, and I love working with you, Will. So
Yes.
whatever we had to do to make sure that content gets out there, let's go, right?
Yeah.
So, so the top 32, as we mentioned, right?
Mhm.
Did you mention with the league ending already?
No, so I
Sorry,
didn't mention that the league
Okay.
is coming to a close for this
for this
season.
quarter of the season. Yes,
Mhm.
exactly.
And then they'll be battling it out, and we'll have that invitational probably in when is it?
Sometime in April. It sounds like it might be end of April
Okay.
because of the timelines.
Yeah.
Right. That's essentially what. And April's a bit of a weird time, right? We got Passover, we got Easter, all the stuff going on, right? I know I think there's a pro tour on the 5th or something. I can't remember.
Yeah, and
situation here.
is there anyone here that's qualified? I know Dominic Harvey comes out to some of these events here because he's a local, but I haven't seen him.
Boston, I'm not
Boston.
100% sure.
What
if
about
he-
Edgar? Is he here? I haven't
I
seen
didn't
Edgar,
see Edgar
either.
actually. No,
Because
I
he's
didn't
also another local that will come to the Legacy events. I remember him. Didn't he top 8? He top 4 in one of them. When Grief was around. This was
Yes.
a while ago, right? This
Yes.
is when Grief, Reanimator, Nonsense, that was
Yes,
around,
that
right?
yes, getting griefed as they say, right?
Were you commentating with
Yes,
me
I was.
when he helmed the other opponent?
I that memory sits in my head for so long. I think it was they both had Dothies in play.
Yes.
And someone casted a helm. It got countered
Yes.
under Edgar, and then it got put under Edgar's Void counter, which is his Dothy Void Walker. And then because he had Dothy Void Walker, he put another Void Walker.
Yeah, put another.
Sacked the one that was not sick.
Helmed his opponent to the helm play.
Exactly, and put the helm. Yeah. It
That-
was. We were like, wow, what a play. Which I mean, in hindsight, okay, you know what? It's pretty straightforward. But at first, we're like, what? Who would have thought we would have gotten to that point in the game? You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So
And such great plays. We're going to see hopefully some crazy plays today too, right? I
Yep.
think our co-producer Ben as well, right? Sleepy,
Something over here.
Sleepy,
Lazy MTG.
Lazy MTG.
Yeah, he's
I almost
so
called him
lazy.
Sleepy Joe. And I was
Sleepy
like,
Joe,
okay, I was
Sleepy
like,
Ben.
yeah,
you know?
Sleepy Ben.
He's
here.
so tired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gave us a bit of a 2-minute kind of warning. I wasn't too sure if that was for the round ending or for commentate piece. So Dave's gonna hop out here, right? We're gonna have one of our vendors come on in. We're gonna ask them
I'm
some
back in a
questions. We're gonna get them to showcase kind of some of the cool stuff that they have going on here on top of it. So thanks for everybody tuning in. It's gonna be a long day. You know, Dave and I are going to do our best. We're going to be as excited by hour 10 as we are right now. The smiles will stay on our face throughout it too. So we're going to see one of our vendors. We're going to chat to them. We're going to have a good time, and it'll be good. So tell us, you know, are people in the chat? Where are you guys from? Who's watching? Right? Are you playing in the tournament? You're just right over there, as we're in the kind of back corner of it all. Come on in. Take a seat.
Excellent.
How's it going today?
Going quite well.
Do you want to tell everybody, you know, what's your name and what are you guys doing here today?
So I'm Dave, also known as 8th Place Dave.
8th Place Dave, I like it.
Yes. So we're here. I'm here with my wife actually, Snug the Amazing. We go around to Magic tournaments. A lot of the time we'll be at the face-to-face tours. Today we're at ETB, but we have like a booth kind of thing that we set up where we make custom tokens and play mats and those kinds of things. It was kind of funny because originally it started out with just me going to these events because like I'm the guy with the YouTube channel, right?
Oh, okay.
That was kind of the idea. It was like I would go and meet people that like to view my videos, and Rebecca came along, not looking to sell anything, but she's she's an artist. She has a comic that she was working on. Somebody came up to her and was like, "Oh, you're drawing something. Can you make me a custom token?
Yep.
Well, I'll pay you for it." And we're like, "Oh, wait, people are gonna pay for this?" So we're like, "Oh, we should do this more often." And now this is one where we're actively looking at places to go around where we can set up our table and do our custom token playmat thing. Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It looks amazing. You know, I was looking through just some of the ones there, right? And I think I saw, you know, some goblins. You know, I play exclusively goblins, and I'm definitely going to be checking your guys' booth out. Maybe ask for something custom as well. You know, a bit of a flavor kind of piece in it too. And you know, you mentioned that you have your channel as well and kind of other pieces. And what does that look like? What are you doing on kind of your other social media platform?
So the YouTube channel is mainly comedy shorts. That's kind of what it started out as. That's definitely the biggest thing I'm known for. It's more like a variety channel. There's the comedy shorts. I'll do like product openings, deck tags, things like that. The occasional bit of news thing, but the main thing really is the comedy shorts. That's what brings in all the traffic.
Oh, that's amazing. And then kind of bringing in this artist aspect within it, right? And kind of going to the booths. Did you go to are you going to the upcoming face-to-face event? I think I can't remember when.
There's one, it's not confirmed yet, but we're hoping to go. There's one in Montreal in, I think, a couple months. There's one in Niagara Falls also next month, I think. So we're hoping to go to that. Go to all the ones that are in the area, like around Toronto-ish. So like, we'll drive out to Ottawa or Montreal, Toronto, obviously. We would like to go to the ones in other areas, you know, sometimes like Edmonton or Vancouver or something.
Yeah.
But
a bit more of a drive and commitment to get out there, right?
Yeah.
No, that's for sure. And then, you know, we're going to make sure we put your links kind of in here, right, for the chat. And then those who are wondering, right, like what are your handles? How can we, you know, how can the people in the chat and, you know, further on, right, throughout Canada or the States or wherever they may be from, you know, access the material that you guys have, right, and the product, too. Because it's beautiful, I have to say. I'm going to try to get something and maybe, you know, purchase something and then showcase it later, too, because I'm excited. I have to say, I'm excited, right? It's hard to contain it this early on. So where can we find you? How can we find you guys?
Well, pretty much everywhere. 8th Place Dave. Fortunately, that handle was not really taken anywhere. So
there we go.
Except on Twitter, it was taken. So on Twitter, I'm at Dave8, but everywhere else it's just 8th Place Dave.
8th Place Dave. Someone type that for us. Someone type that.
Jager's got it. I see him in the chat here.
Perfect.
But yeah, so 8th Place Dave pretty much everywhere. And then we have our own online store where everything is available. But the thing is, most people don't know, but I advertise everything in the description of every single one of my videos.
So check your videos.
People never look at that. So
come on, look at the description, people.
You have a Discord server? I'm like, yes, I've only been putting it in every video I've made for the past 4 years.
I feel like that happens sometimes. You know, even me, right? With the amount of social media and videos that I consume, right? They're like, check out this in the description. And then I'm like, thinking, it's like, oh, how do I access it, right? Where they told me somewhere, but I don't remember, right? You know, my little squirrel brain is already like thinking of and watching the next short video, whatever it may be, right? What got you into this? You've been doing it for 4 years, you said?
Yeah, so it originally started out with I wanted to stream on Twitch doing gameplay, playing Magic Online. So like, yeah, I streamed. I had like one viewer who was my friend who I asked to watch me, and then I made a YouTube channel which was supposed to be like a dumping ground for replays. The Twitch thing didn't go anywhere, but I had this channel, and so originally how it started was I made one particular video, which was a comedy short. I was supposed to be like a one-off thing because I was ordering a lot of cards at the time.
Yeah.
I was getting many packages each day, and one thing that really stuck out to me was the way people packaged them. Sometimes it was really excessive and almost impossible to actually open the package and get at
I've
the
seen
cards.
those online or from Facebook or someone, right?
Yes, yeah, like they're like cardboard on tape, and then they tape the entire thing so that if the mailman drops it in a lake or something, it's not going to get damaged.
That's good.
Like, yeah, that's what I pointed out in the video. So I made a video like parodying this excessive packaging, and after I made that, people actually watched it. Like it got like 4,000 views.
That's
or something.
amazing.
And I was like, people actually want to watch this kind of content. Maybe
Yeah.
I should make more of it. So
And that's
that was,
where you went from.
Yeah, like just pivoted right into the comedy shorts. I was like, yeah, if people are going to watch this, I'm going to make it.
That's awesome. Well, 8th place Dave, I appreciate coming out, right? We'll probably see more of what you guys have to offer, right? Maybe we can kind of like pull up some things and get some visuals here, right, with everything. Is there anything else you'd like to say before we move on? I think round 2 is about to start for us for our tournament.
No, well, I mentioned that my wife is here. Her name is online, Snug the Amazing. I recommend checking out her content as well.
Snug the Amazing, everyone.
Yeah, that's shared.
Posted. Jay did it for us.
Yeah, it's shared. Jay got it there, and then, as I said, it's shared in the description of all of my videos. That's where everything is available if you want to find it.
Awesome. Thanks, man. Much appreciated for coming out and chatting with us, everybody. We're going to move on to, I think round 2 is about to start, right? We're going to be swapping out. Come on out, Dave, and then we'll get the other Dave in soon. 8th place Dave, thanks very much. So, thanks, Jade, for posting that in the chat. I don't have a mouse here. I was about to click on the piece there. But I do want to see if we can get a type of goblin cat somewhat token. Now, as I mentioned, that's my go-to deck. I've been playing Goblin since 2017 and Modern and Legacy exclusive. Oh my, we have okay. We have our artists here coming in. Now I'm going to be asking questions about if something like this is possible. You can hold it, put it on your lap, whatever works. How's it going?
Hello.
Okay, I'm good, thank you. And why don't you tell our chat, right, what's your name and what are you doing here today?
All right. Hello, guys. My name is Rebecca, and I'm here to sell my art and have a good time with Magic players. This is my first time here, actually.
No
I'm
way!
super nervous and excited.
That's
to be on
okay.
this
You're doing great, Rebecca. Yeah, so it's just us, right? We have Jay. I don't know if you know Jay.
Oh, Jager. I think I know him. Yes.
Yeah, he's been a pro in the chat. Thanks, Jay. I've been getting huge shouts out. They even, I think, posted your guys' website here, right?
Yes.
Suggin
Yes.
Dave, squaresite.com. I was just hyping you up, I have to say, Rebecca, about all the different product that you had there. I asked Dave about it, like what got him into his type of social media, and he was talking about how funny people, package things, and they can drop it in a lake and it stays alive. What got you into, doing the art and then even the products that you brought today? What's kind of your inspiration or passion behind it?
Oh, that's a good question. It's kind of a long story. So David plays a lot of Magic, as we know.
Yes.
And he got me into it, so I'm still pretty basic on the Magic side, but I do love drawing, and I'm a professional animator. I work in the feature film industry.
That's amazing.
Films such as Despicable Me, Sing, and Secret Life of Pets, all these kinds of animated films.
These are great movies.
Yes.
This is awesome. This is so cool.
Glad you like them. Yeah, these are some of my favorite movies as well. And so I carry some of that over to my spare time, and I like to draw. I create a comic called Fuzz Time in my spare
Fuzz
time.
time. Okay.
So in it,
Jay, find this out. Find Fuzz time for us. You're probably already on it.
So yeah, Fuzz Time. I put that on my Instagram as well as my YouTube. So my handle on social media is Snug the Amazing.
Snug the Amazing.
And, so Snug is not myself. I don't call myself amazing.
Okay. I
That's
think you're
what-
pretty amazing with the art and your extensive work on these amazing movies, I have to say.
So yeah, Snug is actually a character in Fuzz Time.
Okay.
He's the main character, and he's a tiny bear with a lot of big ideas. He likes to envision himself as this giant, ferocious bear. So he has a very grandiose image of himself, and he does a lot of mischievous things in the house, and he has. So his owners is 2 kids,
Mm-hmm.
and he also has a Palamute mode.
Yeah.
There's a sea on it.
Okay.
So yeah, it's kind of
cute too.
yeah. So this whole comic is inspired by Calvin and Hobbes.
Yeah.
It is very different from it, but it is inspired by it, and they do a lot of funny things in the house, and they go out for adventures and stuff.
Oh.
So yeah, so if anyone is looking for something fun and humorous to read or watch, I make them into clips on YouTube as well.
I'm gonna show my students this. I'm a teacher, so like this sounds like right up their alley of where my students are at with things. So I'm gonna be checking this out for
That'd
sure
be
within
great,
it.
yeah.
I have one quick question before we have to send you along your way, because you probably have a line out there with amazing things. Is it possible, you talked about you can do custom tokens, some type of goblin token with some type of fusion of like a cat? Because like I'm a big cat person, but like I saw you had some cat tokens there, but like I play exclusively goblins. So like somehow like you meld the two together in like a comic of some sort, like a goblin with a cat or a riding a cat. I don't know. I'm gonna come talk to you more about that because that's definitely something I would like. Right? So, yeah. Any final things you want to shout out for us, or before we move on from here?
Yeah. So if you want to find any of my stuff, my art, my animation, my comics, my magic stuff, I have a store. So all of that can be found on my Instagram. You can find it at Snugly Amazing.
Awesome, Snugly Amazing. Make sure you check it out. Jay will probably post that. He's probably posted it as already, and if not, we'll figure out how to get it to you. Thank you very much. Enjoy.
Thank you so much for
Okay,
having me.
no problem. Okay. Wow. Look at this. Look at all the talent that's in the room. Not just Magic players of playing, right? Thank goodness I'm not playing today. And then we have such artists that we have here too. Snugly Amazing. Thank you very much, Jay. If I have powers to give you some type of mod thing, maybe, as long as you're a respectable human being that can, handle power appropriately, then we could, maybe talk about that. But thank you very much, Jay, and thank you very much, everybody here. It sounds like we're about to start round 2 in Magic, potentially. Dave
I'm back.
is back,
I'm back.
and we appreciate it. What's this coming? Oh, we got a cord. I'm plugging this cord in.
Plugging it in.
We're having fun here today, everybody. We are at
Front.
Just
Sorry.
kidding. We're going to the front with this cord. Can I put it in the SS one?
Yeah, I'm actually better.
That's better. What is this?
It's for our guests. So
Our
we don't have
guests?
to keep switching our mics around here. You can hear me. Yeah, we can hear. We're good.
I think we're good.
We're back. We're back. Who do we meet? I'm sorry, because I got pulled away. I didn't follow protocol.
I'm gonna call her Snugly Amazing. That's after her. And then we had another Dave as well.
Okay. Eighth place Dave.
Yeah, 8th place Dave. So both of them, right? A power couple. That's it.
Okay.
Right, and
Sweet.
right thing.
Okay.
So 8th place Dave was talking a bit about his social media following, talking about the comical videos that he makes.
Okay.
He was talking about how it all started from packaging, right? I'll be honest with you. So I purchased cards on Facebook Marketplace. I haven't been scammed yet. Keyword yet, knock on wood, right? I haven't purchased cards in a while, right? I'm on a bit of a tighter chain of what I can purchase nowadays.
Yeah.
This is bad full art. I'm just gonna take this. When you send cards, I'm this guy. When I purchase a collection, put it in a hard case, put it between 2 pieces of cardboard,
Yeah.
tape on top, but not around, and literally in another package.
Yeah, okay.
Dave was talking about how making fun of that. That thing will survive probably nuclear war.
Oh yeah.
Honestly.
Definitely. Yeah, going through the mail system, getting tossed around, getting mail bags, mail boxes, anything like that, right? Yeah. Okay, I gotcha.
And-
That's fun.
Yeah, some good fun of what he has. We have a couple of the links. Jay's been very kind of sending those for us there. A huge shout out for that. And then also we were talking about Snugly Amazing, the art that she does, also the comics too. I was talking about how I'm looking for a token or a type of token that
Okay.
Goblin, as I said. We're not supposed. I wasn't supposed to talk about this, but something that I do play, and with a fusion of like cats, because I love my cat. I'm a bit of a cat person, and I was like, maybe if it's like riding a cat or like somehow infused with that. I don't know what it would look like. She's the artist. I got some ideas. I didn't say
So you
my
went,
art skills.
Here you go.
What do you think could happen?
What do you think could happen? Okay,
She said
good,
it's
I like it.
possible, so I gotta go pay her at some point.
Okay.
I gotta make this happen.
Oh, you already told her, so she's aware.
She
She's
said,
on board.
I told her, I said, I'm coming over there. I just got to pay her, and then I
Okay.
got to make it happen.
Okay,
Because
sounds
I
good.
think it'd be awesome
Fair, sounds
for that
good.
to be a thing.
Sounds
So,
good.
I'm too excited. Intern
Oh,
Jorgen Blink.
of
Hi,
course.
of course. We're into turns right now.
In round 1.
in round 1 of 7 rounds.
I'm still honestly,
Not even top 8.
I'm still flabbergasted that we got 7 rounds of Magic. Sorry, 7 rounds of Legacy. 7 rounds of Magic. That's average. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. But when it comes to strictly Legacy in Canada, Southern Ontario,
107 people.
100%, yeah, everything. Exactly. I mean, like, I'm speechless. I'm really hoping that we get some really good decks to watch.
Yes.
While we're on stream today, because again, it looks diverse, but I'm hoping that it's not just a whole bunch of oops like in the room or something like that too. Right?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
or
So-
just blue-black reanimator.
Or blue-black reanimator,
you know,
stuff like
somewhat of a boogeyman. Not as bad as it was before. Okay.
Yes, that's
It's
true.
not as bad as it was before, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You can have a different
no,
opinion, and so can you.
You know what?
The amazing viewers.
I like diverse metas. I like when there's again a slew of different decks, not just like everyone's playing Delver, everyone's playing whatever it is, right?
Mhm.
Like whatever the top deck at the time is. So yeah, hopefully we can showcase everything. And I mean, again, we just saw again turns is Yorion Blink versus I guess Eldrazi.
Yeah,
I think it's
Eldrazi.
right? So I mean,
I'm
who would have
surprised
thought?
they can. I guess Yorion was going to go the distance, right?
Yeah,
They're trying
Yorion
to-
would for sure. 80 card. I mean, like that's standard these days, right?
Yeah.
So. But Eldrazi, I mean, it must be a real grind fest. Maybe he's just not getting damage through. They're not getting damage through.
All these new Modern Horizon cards have cast triggers, though.
I know.
I guess consigned to memory. That Yorion player maybe just relying on that.
Um,
if they're playing it, I don't know the list.
Well,
but-
Yorion Blink, I'm not even sure if it's
Would they
Yorion
be
Blink or blue. It might just be black-white Blink too, because I've seen
playing that?
there's the new Ketramos card.
Oh yeah, Modern. I've been watching that just dominate
Go
Modern
nuts,
right
right?
now.
Yeah, it's definitely not for the faint of heart. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
but it's a really solid deck.
We're in a better state, I'd say, than Modern right now. Like, you know, we'll talk about bans and all these things later, probably a bit more into the tournament itself.
Yep.
But I feel like for Legacy, it's not as definitive of what's going. Whereas in Modern, we pretty sure know Breach is going.
I mean, yeah, that's. I mean, there's Breach. There was another thing that people have been talking about too, but I can't remember. No, maybe it's just Breach. I think it's just Breach.
Absolutely brutal.
Right. So that's why Modern is a whole different animal, a whole different world of possibilities. And I mean, there was a huge shakeup with all the unbans a few months back.
Death Ray Shaman? Unbanned?
Oh, let's
Not
go.
yet.
Come
No,
on, give it back.
no, please
Uh,
keep it banned. Keep it
I mean,
banned.
we're gonna ask this later, but I used to be a Jund player in Legacy, right when Miracles was around, so 2016 or so,
Oh.
and playing Jund back in the day. Oh my goodness, it was.
Oh, you
again,
must have loved it.
Oh, Deathrite, Bloodbraid Elf, Dark Confidant, Tarmogoyf. We're going back.
All
like, This
unplayables.
is 10 years
All
ago. All
unplayables
that.
now.
Yeah, one band, the rest unplayable. You know what I mean? So
all unplayable cards now.
I mean, Bug definitely Bug sort of has this when I say Bug, I mean Sultai.
Yes.
It has more of that Jundy type feel going on within Legacy right now. Again, you have your removal, you have your interaction. Sure, it's not maybe the fastest deck because you have lightning bolts and all that kind of like interaction to be able to get rid of small creatures or at least push for the extra bit of damage. But it has that Jundy kind of feel, right? One for one removal, eventually you outpace your opponent or out muscle your opponent, right? You know. Oh, that's one card we got to talk about, but I don't want to talk about it yet because hopefully it'll pop up on stream at some point. It's a blue card. It's a 3-drop.
Force negation.
Yeah,
No, I'm just
you know
kidding.
what? We'll call it
Yeah,
Force
I-
Negation for now. We'll see in a bit. Hopefully it shows up on stream because I really want to talk about it. And hopefully it shows up, right? You know. So I think I heard the round.
True name Nemesis.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Not to spoil it, but I did see one Merfolk player in the room,
No way.
and I did see a Trinium on the board.
Oh,
So for sure we have some
that's
of
good.
that going on.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's better than goblins right now. Everything is. Let's be honest.
You need blue.
You do.
as-
You just need something.
Again, without going too crazy into it, you need blue right now. You need Force of Will. You need Consign to Memory. You need Force of Negation. That's basically those are the, I would say Force of Will and Consign to Memory
Two things.
are the two things that are really gluing. Which I mean, if you think about it, is it really healthy that everything relies on one card being it? You have to sideboard it, or you're just not playing the game essentially, right? Again, we've heard the adage now of the format is healthy, but we're main decking Nile Spell Bombs, Ghost Vacuums. What's the other thing? The other card people are playing? Relative Progenitus, possibly. Any of those spot graveyard removals, right? You know,
Grafdigger's Cage.
Grafdigger's
just gonna,
Cage,
help
right?
Prevent
Yeah.
some of these pieces
With-
from happening.
even for Green Sun Zenith decks that are running rampant with Nadu and what. Actually, you know what? Just a quick digression.
Yeah.
I don't think I saw Nadu in the room yet, but
I
could be wrong.
I
Did you see
saw.
something?
I think I saw a Nanu's deck because he did have. Oh, what's the one?
like Cephalid Illusionist, Nomad's
Yeah,
Encore.
yeah, I saw
type
Nomad's
stuff.
Encore out,
Okay.
but I didn't see a Nadu itself. So that's
Okay.
the thing. I'm not too sure.
So it could have been
Um,
Nadu breakfast, could have been regular Cephalid
Exactly.
breakfast,
I'm not
Esper
sure
breakfast.
which one it is. It
Gotcha.
seems like we're updating
Oh,
our piece
I think
here.
we
There
are.
seems to be a question in chat. Jay, do you prefer aggro goblins or combo goblins?
Ooh.
I honestly kind of like the old style toolbox goblins. I think in modern you have to play the Snoop combo with Bogger Harbinger. The only reason is to try to keep up with other decks such as Amulet Titan, Breach. These other decks, you have to have a turn 3 kill, right? Like as a possibility. And then in Legacy, you can't do that just because of all the counter spells, all the removal pieces are just so much more efficient. You have to play more of a kind of a toolbox longer game,
Yeah.
in my opinion.
No, it makes sense.
So.
Makes sense. Definitely.
It seems like we're getting ready. For those that are just tuning in right now, my name's Will.
My name is David.
We are here at Enter the Battlefield in Oakville, our 5K Premier Legacy event.
Premier.
If you need any types of singles, products, sealed products, and you are from Canada, please make sure you're supporting Canadian economies, our economy itself, and then also, right, purchasing from Enter the Battlefield or other affiliate Canadian websites. And you don't get tariff then. There we go. Oh, then Magic products would get tariff, but honestly, it's too complicated right now.
Well, yeah.
That's the extent of my
I've
pieces.
heard, sealed, possibly, like supplies.
Getting
right,
a tariff.
Are part of it, possibly. I think sealed.
I heard secret layers were getting
Yeah.
tariff.
Yes,
like
I could. Yeah.
the SpongeBob
Sealed,
one.
essentially
Yeah.
sealed stuff, right?
Because
yeah.
my buddy was trying to buy the SpongeBob. I don't know. What are people's opinion? And Dave,
Oh,
let's ask chat
yeah.
first, and then I want to ask your opinion.
Okay.
Do you want me to talk about my opinion first about like the universe beyond in things, right? Because we can go into that.
I think
I'm mixed.
I think
Go
we'll
ahead.
start round 2.
Okay.
And then
Oh my
save
God.
that thought because
My-
I want to hear your part as well too. So we have a great matchup coming up here. We have Jeskai control, maybe more on the blue right as well. We have let's just double check here. So Donald is on the bottom, and he is playing the Jeskai control deck. And we have Dan Green on top. Dan Green is playing. Let's just confirm. He looks like it's the black
decided
white
yet, sorry.
deck. That
So
we're
you
gonna
were
talk
right about it.
yeah, we started talking about that a little bit, right? So let's just quickly change our fourth and all well.
Absolutely.
Will looks at the deck lists.
Yeah, so I'm just looking at Donald's list here for some of the things. We have a Wana Jason Mind Sculptor, we have 2 Teferi, so kind of looks like a pretty similar suite, right? We have the Force of Wills, 4 Plows, Back to Basic. Well, there's 2 Back to Basics meeting board.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I saw him play this deck at Chimera a few weeks back, which is another store that runs Legacy.
Wow.
So,
A scroll rack? Okay.
oh yeah, we're going
We're going like
double
Secret Attack.
tools.
We're going back in the days. But of course, having a huge influence from Modern Horizons cards too.
I remember
Cameo,
when you're
what,
playing.
this card. I was chatting with on Wednesday with some of the other Legacy
Give me
players
another
that entered the
long
Battlefield in Market.
matchup.
And we'll have to transition it after too, right?
Yeah.
Ready. He didn't have Tamios in his list, and we were talking about optimizing the deck. You need it. You absolutely need Tamios in a lot of these lists. They just push the game so much further, being able to draw, right? Now, these lists I don't think are running, what's it called here? Our enchantment.
Ellie?
Why am I forgetting? Urza's Saga, right? But he had an Urza's
right.
Saga play, just the ability of having front clues then be so much bigger too.
Yep.
Right? Tamio played in almost every format. I'd say that she's legal.
These days,
So
yeah.
strong.
Oh, any
I'm
blue
gonna-
deck, any cantrip deck, any blue deck that you need to be able to control what's going on. Tamio is a great, again, it's a lightning rod for removal. It's against combo decks. It rebuys your counter spells once you use them the first time, and she's flipped, of course. And again, it's just a great piece of card advantage through time with Clues.
I'm gonna play your
like you're saying.
This may be, looks like it being played here, maybe a bit of a slog of the game with both players. Now, looking to probably disrupt the hand a bit later on, but this list really reminds me of kind of what's being
Fun Orchestra Masters.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, again, we have this is strictly the white-black link deck that we kind of mentioned. I'm just looking for Ketramos, and in this case, it is less of the blink deck. It's more just a black-white death and taxes of kind of this.
Yeah, 4 Stone Forge Mystics, right?
Yes, 4 Solitudes, 4
Yeah.
Clear the Guard, 4 Felia, so there is some of the blinking going on, but not so much of the Ketramos blinking of value gain, paying life on cards, right? So,
Do you think there's a bit of worry about that within Masters in the format?
1 second here, we have our names.
Oh, we do have our names.
I have 5. 5?
Dance the one with hat. Thank you. See, look, Jay's just coming to help here. Boom.
We did. Sorry, Donald, your name's
Perfect. We had a bit of technical difficulties this morning, everybody. So thanks for bearing with us, right? If you hear any, audio issues or anything you notice, right? Please let us know. Also, chat always notices little things that maybe players do or don't do, right? If there's game violations, so type it in the chat, right? We're here. We gotta make sure we have a clean game ahead of us.
White Orchid
Happy
Phantom.
to. Oh, I love this card.
the White Orchid Phantom. Yeah, this card's pretty bonkers. It's basically blocks Delver Secrets and Legacy, blows
Force
up
pitching to
non-basic creatures. I believe they still get a land when you blow it up.
Yeah, Force of Will. So much respect for that.
Yeah. Oh wow.
Even though Donald's on basics only, I guess doesn't want the first strike 2/2 flying creature.
Yep. It definitely it can slowly chip away at the game here. Now I'm just trying to double check which card is this that's in play right now.
This is
I missed it. Oh, it's one of the retro. Order ones?
Yeah, it's one of the newer. It's from the New Modern Horizons. Is it? I can't remember. It's Recruiter of the Guard. Yeah, Modern
Oh, right.
Horizons.
Fair enough.
Nice little reprint. The background noise is loud. Might be a fan here.
Let's do another White Orchid Phantom.
It's possible, but we can turn down just a tad just to keep this tighter on it.
Reveal for counter
Yes.
Sure.
Let's see if that works.
That's a
Let us
What
know,
is
Jay,
it?
how
Back
it sounds.
Sure.
That's a cat. Oh,
Counterbalance.
flip.
Combat?
Snap.
Yep. Come on.
That's a nice little. Donald's kind of getting the teeth
Go
in
ahead.
there a bit.
This is beautiful. Real good right now.
Dan's not able to play out a couple of his threats. Yes, he does have a 1/1 on the board. Not going to really do a whole lot there. But Donald's going to want to be able to push the advantage a bit more. Surveil Lands. What a great addition.
Yeah,
to this
I
game.
believe Donald does have some aliens in his deck.
Maybe one. Dan's locked in a black right now, which is a bit of an issue too. Does white?
15?
White,
Yes. Does
black, white?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, black.
Does, how many bases is he running?
Oh, in,
One swamp.
yes.
So because back to basics is out, he's really.
Once one, yeah, if the black gets cut off right now, so it's just the ability that are being untapped. Right? I mean, at least he's able to play it off the back to basics on play, and he can untap next turn with two planes. But it's still back to basics is definitely like seeing that firsthand, right?
Yes.
It's when you're not used to it. It is
Right up in the game run. Ransom? Sure.
it is scary.
Yeah.
Because if you don't expect it, well, we have Jason in mind, we're going
Pretty
back.
one. And I wondered too with this, this orchard that he was trying to play the two of them, if he was just trying to blow up his own mana here to try to get the black, because it does. You can see you can blow any non-basic.
Oh, the Scrubland, you mean?
Yeah, the Scrubland.
Yes.
Sorry, not
No,
Spanner.
you're good.
Apologies.
All good.
So yeah, it's probably that. So you can get his access to black mana, because that might be restricting his hand here. Jason Mind Sculptor is probably gonna run away with this game now. Yeah, that stays tapped.
Sure.
That's going to stay tapped here for us.
And the counterbalance back to basics, Jace. We're doing pretty good. I see a counterspell in the yard. I see a prismatic
Combat.
pistol and a flutter
Come on,
strike.
Jace.
Yeah.
We are attacking the Jace.
Play Shadowy Backstreet.
Trigger.
Trigger.
Veil Land, still
Second
has no
stand.
black mana. Keep that on
Go ahead.
top. Maybe it's a fetch. Access is black mana. We'll see how he, I guess Donald's kind of thing is, what are the scary 2-drops or 4-drops that might be coming down the pipe? And
we leave
is
on
he
top?
going to be able to stack things on top?
Yeah, we're gonna get.
He was doing Jace face.
Okay, his Fate Sealing is recording here. I thought you were Fate Sealing himself. I didn't know where Donald's at was. And then I was like, why is he loaded?
It's just blending into
Yeah.
it, right?
Gets a Caracas, yeah. Still no black mana available. This is,
Stack.
Oh, yeah, that's
Reveal from Counterbalance. Sure.
it's got that apparition. That's exile a 4-drop for less drop. So what was revealed there? Off the counterbalance.
Real.
Flip pretty fast. Definitely a 4-drop because Skyclave. Sorry, 3-drop. My apologies. Because Skyclave did get countered. So in this case, could have been Teferi. Yeah. Teferi. I guess we'll see in a moment. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Brainstorm maybe.
Sure.
Your Brainstorm. Yeah.
Brainstorm.
I'm not
Sculpt the
paying
hand.
zero.
Has a flooded strain as well, right? Gonna hold on to that.
Yep.
The classic Brainstorm being able to shuffle everything away too, which would be nice for Donald.
And again, that Caracas is going to stay tapped as a back to basics here. So he's back to Dane is back to 2 lands.
How does Donald actually kill you? The
And
teeth are kind of in. We have back to basics, counterbalance, fourth there, like
we have 1/4 Aerlingus,
Narset?
and I don't see any intrigue, so it's from what I'm getting at.
One Snapcaster.
It's Snapcaster beats, a chase, and a 4th. That's the win cons I see. Right? So, yeah, he's doing. I mean, Jessica, or in this case, it's definitely more of the blue white with a splash of red, right? Kind of thing going on.
Oh, is this the retro border? I think it's Narset.
Oh,
so it's
right,
the
it does.
full text Narset. So if you're wondering what beside the Jace, why is there a block of text that we don't know what it says? Why does it look like a brand new card?
It's Narset.
It's Narset. So Dan, because he's not running, as you mentioned, right, David, the extra kind of draw with his blink deck, it's not going to matter too much with him drawing extra cards on his turn, but it's really just going to kind of block it into
Yeah, there's not really any draw, like
extra draw.
the only draw, I guess, but it's not really a draw, would be like Overlord of the Banework, which is when it comes into play or attacks, mill 4 cards, and you may return a non-avatar creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. So in this case, again, it's not going to matter too much, but he's not really drawing anything as well. Narset got hit for 1 there with the Recruiter.
Not going to be able to activate it. I think that's a good play. I was just thinking too, right? Like in this situation, it's looking pretty bleak for Dan here. You can't really go after life though. You just have to make sure that these ones can attack.
Yeah, there is Tamio too.
Brainstorm, flip it instantly. -1 to all other opposing creatures. This Recruiter and
Oh man,
not
this
doing
is-
anything now.
Jason Tamio, I didn't think about that combo until right now.
Yep.
Wow, there we go. We're going. We're digging.
Seems alright.
Yeah. Plus the Tamio, Jason is that 2 still in this case? Or 3? I think it's 3. 3 here. Narset's at 2. Like you said, can't be activated. It's like that. I mean, maybe Donald wants to activate it so we can dig deeper into the deck and put some of the brainstorm cards back into the deck, or the bottom of the deck. So, but again, he can just pass. Donald can just pass.
Nope.
Does Dan play this out?
You know what? I think because of the prize pool that's on,
Yeah.
you really have to hold your opponent kind of makes a blue. At this point or something like that, you know what? Yeah. I mean, again, they're both playing Beastful as decks probably in the format right now.
Yeah. Lost Tamio. Yeah, you're going to probably have
So Dan just waiting for that swamp. I bet you his hand is loaded with black cards. Overlord. I mean, if Dan can drop a Bowmasters, this might be a different story.
Yes, very different story. Absolutely. Fate Sealing. How much is the ultimate? 12?
It is 12.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, it is negative 12.
We might get there.
Possibly. Like, and again, Tamio is at. For Tamio, sorry.
Well, either or. Tamio too. I was just thinking of more of Jason Mind Sculptor, but Tamio's going to draw half in. Okay, yeah, Dan's had enough. Dan says, yep, I have had enough here. We're good. We're dead. And we'll go from there. Game 2. Looking at sideboards here, let's look at Donald. Actually, let's look at Dan's here.
But all 3
because
Skyclaves in my fucking
was
hand.
one that-
I couldn't, like,
lost that one
and when
there.
you don't miss
We
on
have
fucking...
three
Yeah, well,
silence,
the way I stacked it was just like, that's
two
all.
Disruptor Foods, 2 Graphics Cage, Wrath of the Skies,
That's my
and then we're continuing to increase.
favorite
Against control,
Disruptor Food?
even
Because
that,
for the Planeswalkers?
you know what? Possibly, yeah, not wrong. Not wrong. I'd probably go along that road at least, right? I mean, what are you cutting? Maybe the clouds, because they only planeswalk creatures.
Yeah.
So you could just bring in maybe even some board wipes and stuff like that. Right?
Are you bringing in? Yeah, so I'm wondering if that's kind of the piece that he's going to bring in. Disruptor Food, nice little piece of lockdown and kind of push out some of those Planeswalkers that are going to propel the game. Lighting. Yeah, well, hey, Macvisa thinks we'll see if we can address to some of these pieces within each of the rounds. We've had a lot of glare earlier where it was. Yeah, there we go. Okay, Jay
Yeah, we're good.
and
Okay.
Macvilla, how is the audio now?
Can you
We
hear us?
found an audio source somewhere else. Probably our player cams might have been talking before. Much better. Now you can hear
Yeah,
our sweet
there we go.
voices. Our beautiful voice. We can talk into your ear. You want to have a nap? Go for it.
That's it.
Some ASMR.
Yeah, I was just gonna say ASMR going on here, right?
Yeah.
So all
Um,
good.
yeah.
Okay,
round
we're back.
2, game 2 going into it. Donald took game 1.
Yeah, we're still gonna double check Donald's sideboard to see what he's bringing in here, but I don't think there's anything too. Just no screaming.
I can't promise that. I'm gonna say I'm gonna do my best here.
Yeah,
But if something happens, or yeah,
That's it.
I might have to.
We're
no,
done.
No, we won't. We'll keep it nice and relaxed. That's kind of the. No, we're here to have fun. That's why we do this.
again, we're here to watch some Legacy, here to play some Legacy. Can't wait to keep watching all the rest of the rounds here. We're in round 2 going on right now. Let's just double check what Donald has in his sideboard, if he brought anything in. Let's see.
What's he got?
I think. Wow. To be
Pyro?
honest,
No.
you might
don't
bring
know.
in maybe the Triumph of St. Catherine in the board.
Did you bring in surgical?
I mean, you
No.
could if you counter something critical and you want to get rid of them.
There's
Right,
a there's
so
a
the card-
thought for Containment Priest in here because with Felia coming in, so it's a these players are 1-0, I believe. Yes, they are 1-0.
Yep.
Containment Priest, right? If something's flickered, right, when it comes in, it stays in exile, right? It's not gonna
Yep,
because it
not
wasn't
wrong.
cast. So
Not
there is
wrong.
a argument for bringing in Containment Priest here. Personally, I'm bringing in another WinCon in this Triumph because
Yeah.
there's a lot of creature suites in Dan's list here. I feel like Triumph is a nice little if you can set it up with Brainstorm or Jace, whatever it may be, or just rip it off the top and miracle it in. Seems like a pretty decent card to have in. It's a 5/5 lifelinker. Nice little creature, not little, big creature,
Oh, yeah,
and
it's
it's
big.
going to be a bit harder to remove. Yes, Dan's got the Solitudes to do it, but it's going to, add that extra pressure in WinCon or Donald here.
Hands down, right? So, yeah, I mean, again, this is going to be a slugfest, but I'm surprised we're actually in game 2. But as
Quick as we are.
yeah, but as we saw from game 1, once you have a bit of a lock going on and you're not digging out of it, I mean,
No black mana.
see, now that Dan knows there's back to basics, he's probably going to search out for more of his basics early on, right, to be able to play around stuff. And because there's no like Ghost Quarter or anything like
Yes.
that from Donald's deck, we're not going to be able to get rid of those basics once they're in play, right? From the Jeskai control deck. Right?
Yeah, we didn't know what was in Dan's hand, and there's a Prismatic Vista, talking about wanting those basics, right? And Prismatic Vista, as well from Donald here, and getting out a Tameo, nice little early Tameo is going to be nice here. Not fetching it right away, too. Probably going to get this swamp, have both right away. Yeah, here we go. Now this, I
Now-
love this little piece within the blank. Is Felia going to come down the next turn and flip this 5/5 right away? Get it on the battlefield. Why have these sleepy counters?
I
on?
mean, you know what? It might just be an engine that's good enough. I'm assuming Donald definitely kept in his plows and what's the other one there again? So no, just plow.
I think it's just swords, right? that he
I don't
has
think
here.
it's prismatic ending. Oh no,
Oh, he
there
does.
is prismatic. 4 prismatic endings. Wow,
That seems like a lot.
We're stocked up and ready to go. You know, wow.
Yeah, you're definitely keeping the endings, right? You're just bringing out. What do you even bring out within it?
You know what? I think you keep it
Give
in
it
the
a read.
ending. Yeah, I know we're reading it. We're reading it.
I wonder if Donald's.
Is it still in the stack? It might be still in the stack actually.
Is it?
Because I don't think for it to resolve, he has to put dice on it.
Yep,
So
okay,
the
there we
counter-
go.
Yep, it resolves.
So what are they called? Impending.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
after
impending
5 turns, basically, but Dan's gonna not want to have those 5
so
turns.
no creatures.
It'll
the counter,
come in.
Oh, he missed trigger for the counter coming off, so that's not going to be good. Oh, there we go. We got it. We're good. Keep track of it, Dan.
Okay,
Stuff.
good.
Okay, we're good. Back to normal. Oh, we're doing a. Oh, making a clue. I thought we were flipping something.
Already. Do you think there's benefit if Donald can flip Tamio early enough to do it?
I believe so because there's really not anything in the.
Is he stuck on 1 land?
Oh, are we?
Wow, talk about having a great start game 1 and mana denying Dan from black mana. Here's Donald, 1 land at Tamio.
At
Seems
2
like
now.
good, but I guess on the draw was hoping for something better.
Wow, that's actually a little bit backbreaking.
Okay,
to be
he
honest.
drew the land.
Okay,
Another ending.
we're good.
Or prismatic stuff.
Yeah. I was gonna say the only thing that can really get rid of Tamio flipped on the black-white blink from Dan
Skyclave.
deck would be the Skyclave apparition. Yeah.
And attacking it directly.
Technically with the Bowmasters, but I mean Bowmasters
Flicker
has to get
Wisp.
bigger
Flicker Wisp targeted flips back
to the creature side.
creature
yes,
side,
you are
right?
correct. Yes, it would.
That would work.
Yeah. But again, Flicker Wisp only hit. Oh no, it's target permanent. Right. Right.
Both colors. This is Donald's got to be careful here if Aphelia's in Dan's hand. You know, going in or committing too much with the mana, and then getting attacked for 7 next turn, and you know, going from there.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Dan has to read it.
Dan
We gotta read
instantly
it.
takes this.
We gotta
Instantly
read her.
takes this.
Yeah,
You wanna
it's
read this for
cards.
us?
Yeah, definitely. So it's it's 2 mana artifact, one in a tap. Basically, you put cards from your hand aside. In this case, in exile.
There's Aphelia.
So let's say you put 2 cards in exile. You first draw 2 cards from your deck, and then from those 2 exiled cards, you put them back on top of your library in any order. That's essentially what that card will do. So you stack your deck accordingly with the cards in your hand. First you draw, then you put X back on top of your deck, whatever X was that you exiled initially. So again, in response to a spell with counterbalance in play, you could activate it, put some cards back, find the one you want, like a 3-drop or a 2-drop. Counterbalance will trigger, and you can flip that card and get that spell countered, right?
Very nice piece, especially with the counterbalance. This is looking a bit scarier here for Donald. Felia's, flipped our Overlord, right? It's
Yeah,
coming
here it
back.
is.
It's going to mill a bunch of things. 30 minutes left in the round.
Already, wow,
Right.
time flies.
When you're having fun.
Exactly.
Gonna put- Did he force of will the Skyclave apparition?
Yes.
I wonder what he would have targeted with that. Probably Scroll or Tamio?
I'd probably say Tamio in this case, because
Yeah.
at least that's the engine. Because then technically in response, you could Scroll Rack activate, put 3
Mhm.
back, draw 3, right, to flip Tamio. Actually, I just thought about that right now as live. You can
That's
actually,
actually really
you can use
good.
Scroll Rack to flip Tamio. Wow, that is unreal.
Is it draw or put? It's put, it says.
Oh,
so no
you're
draw.
right.
I guess that's a good thing
It puts him
for-
against Bowmasters.
Bowmaster, right? Because
Yeah.
Bowmaster isn't going to just, ping your face for a
Right,
cajillion.
it is put. Oh man, that
And-
was so close.
Plows the Overlord, which is a good thing.
Yeah, you have
Felia's
to
still
do that.
coming in, right?
Oh,
It's-
that has to be off the table.
It did get Skyclave back from the graveyard, right? When it comes into play, you mill the top, I think, 4 cards, 5
4.
cards, and you put a creature,
Mill 4 and a non-avatar creature,
non-avatar.
which is everything else but Bale
What
Mart.
is an avatar creature?
Oh,
It's it.
well. Chat. We need your help. What's an avatar? Give us an avatar.
All I'm thinking of is the movie.
Yeah,
the
true.
avatar, and this
That
guy
is
ain't
true.
a blue avatar from the
Yeah.
movie,
No.
I have to say.
Merlage is an avatar, but you
It
cannot.
is?
But you cannot put that from the graveyard into your hand because
Why
it's
not?
it's a token. Will
Why not?
it's a token?
That'd be more fun.
Irreversible
You know,
game
I,
states.
you know when I put my
Irreversible game
goblin
state.
tokens in
Yes,
the graveyard?
The movie,
Yeah,
right?
see,
That's
yeah,
it. I'm a
you got me.
goblin. I mean, hey, if you have a shapeshifter in the yard, sure, okay, I
Yeah,
guess.
that's right. Changeling?
Right? Any kind of shapeshifter changelings, exactly, right? What do we got here? Oh, Skyclave got
What did he
equipped
eat?
with. Is that the boots or not the boots? My apology. The pre-formal formal wear. God, that's a tongue twister.
It must be. What is this card?
I actually didn't see the card underneath the Skyclave there. Maybe we'll get our handy dandy producer to go check what cards
Yeah. Prismatic Ending Philia. Good idea. Get that card out of here. Being able to flicker Skyclave is really good. The fact that he can just eat away clues or, just clues themselves, just permanently exile them. He's not going to get any 1/1 illusions back from that, or because they're 0, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing for
It
it.
is pre-war formalware. Jay
Okay.
Jay won the jackpot.
Yeah. Return.
Jay got the jackpot.
So what does the card even say?
So when it comes into play, the artifact, return a creature with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield and attached to pre-war formalware.
Wow, literally animate.
And it gets +2/+2 in vigilance as well too.
Wow.
So tutor blue by
4/4.
Stoneforge. It recurs a creature from the yard. In this case, Skyclave, which is perfect, right? So you basically get you get to reanimate that, and you get to exile a card from the board. Yeah, I mean this is honestly this has been pretty back and forth so far. This is very balanced.
Donald's been able to fight his way back out of this
Yeah.
really well, I have to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave.
Thanks, Wooden Fence.
This
you.
is
Appreciate it.
this is going really well for him. From
Yeah.
the one lander, being able to draw it on his second turn. Dan kind of realizing, this scroll rack might have been more of a target than I think.
Yeah, actually, Philia looping pre-formalware is actually pretty solid too. Here's the Bowmasters. Here we go. What are we pinging? Are we pinging the?
Illusionist?
Is it a 2/2? Oh, it's a 1/1.
It's a 1/1 illusionist. Wait,
So
what are you
first
paying?
First, we're cracking a clue in response.
Oh, he shot.
No,
okay.
that's still in response here. Yeah, see if we can counter the Bowmasters because if it lands, it might be. Yep, it
Target
landed.
illusionist. Make
Yeah.
your guy. Whoa.
No, that's his
Whoa,
illusion. That's why.
whoa. Okay.
Probably just like a
That's
little
a
bit.
harass-
Yeah, here's your token back. Fine.
That's not a land. Bring that up, please.
Yeah. Oh, was that a plow? I think it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
was
it must have been a plow.
Yeah, it's
Plow.
lost.
Oh, yeah.
There we
There
go.
we go.
Thank you, Donald. Appreciate it. Okay. Yeah. Again, this has been pretty back and forth. I haven't seen anything that's been out of the ordinary here.
Surveil land. I
Yep.
guess he's fetching, and then
Guess who's back?
our
Shadow-
surveil land.
Shadowy Backstreet.
Man, these cards are impossible to find, but if you're looking for any singles or any other Magic the Gathering or TCG products, you can check out Enter the Battlefield. We're here at Oakville, right? Our premier 5K event. Or support any other, local store around you, right? Make sure if you're in Canada, you're buying Canadian
That's it.
products right now. That's what matters, right? Get your single.
Oh,
Stoneforge.
off the just like a miracle Stoneforge Mystic. I love it. That was great. Right off the top,
I
literally
was thinking that. I was
Right?
like, how does
Bang.
this work?
into play. We got it. Right.
Does he have...
So I think at this point you would search either Cauldron Complete or this is a new one from Assassin's Creed.
New card.
Phantom Blade. When it enters, attach it up to one target creature you control. Destroy up to one other target creature. Wow.
Whoa.
So it's a 5-mana artifact though. So it's Batterskull mana, but you get to blow up a creature and attach it to a creature you control. The equipped creature gets +1/+1 and menace.
Okay.
Wow,
That's pretty good.
This is new. Is that the one he searched for? I think that's what I saw him grab.
Jay,
Again, in this
Jay
case.
probably saw it,
Yeah.
honestly. Jay probably saw what he grabbed. I'll
Jay
be honest. And if he didn't, that's okay, Jay.
Fill it in,
We
Jay.
won't know. Oh, what just
I
happened?
was just trying to see if I can make it bigger,
Yeah.
but we're good. Okay, we're out of size. We are.
It looks like, given a big think here,
Was that a ponder?
I think so.
I don't even see the ponder, so
I don't
I'm
know
just
where
double
it is.
checking. Yeah.
Well, there is a lot of room between the mat, as you can see on the player cam of Dan, right, with our green screen in front of them, so that they may be having their hand. Yeah, it was a ponder. You're right, Dave.
Yeah. Okay, there it is. Yeah.
So they may have their hands down there. It's a big table. Kind of looked like a sketch of.
Okay.
Culture. Yeah.
Could have been the Cauldron Complete then. Yeah.
Seems
Most
pretty
likely.
good, right?
Yeah, I
And
would
just
say
the
so.
indestructible's nice. Yes, Donald's removal is mostly exile based, I'd say.
Yeah, we got a brainstorm
Brainstorm.
going on from Donald here.
Really looking for something. What is he looking for?
I mean,
Probably a type of planeswalker.
Honestly, I
I'm
was just
guessing?
gonna say, yeah, either that or we haven't seen it yet, unless we completely missed it. Have we seen a stock up?
No.
Because that's
This
the one
card-
card I was talking about earlier on today.
That's a 3-mana one you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's 3-mana blue card I was talking about. Now, where is it? I don't know yet. We'll have to see if it ever shows up.
I got absolutely beat by that card on Wednesday night.
Oh yeah,
Legacy.
you did in Legacy.
Yes, in
Oh, there
Legacy.
you go. Okay.
Yeah, it was a Stifle Knot deck playing, and I don't know why they threw this in as well, but they were just playing it for fun.
Okay.
Unless they're in the new lists. But it did work.
Oh, there's a plow on the Stoneforge. Get
Yeah.
rid of that. Okay,
Soldier's
so
going to be a lot harder to get in.
yeah, especially at 7 mana. It's not gonna be
Who's he
fun.
got? 4?
Yeah, 4 plus the preformer war is in play still, just off
Yeah.
to the side. Oh,
Another
off the top.
Stoneforge. Gonna get probably the other
In
piece
this
of
case,
equipment.
it's gonna be the Phantom Blade most likely. Yeah.
That'll be his last piece of equipment.
Oh, Lion Sash.
Lion Sash.
We keep forgetting about the creature that can be tutored with Stoneforge. Yep, that's here somewhere.
What a great addition.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely a meta play too, of being able to eat a lot of these presumable reanimator decks that are here today as well.
Yep.
But being able to search that up, nice little aspect.
Yep.
Lion Sash is in the deck. One of main board.
Oh,
Nice
yeah.
little piece.
It's standard. It seems like in any D&T deck these days. Counterbalance
Oh, okay. This is
and a Ponder.
looking good.
Darn, what can you find? Counterspell, unknown. Pretty sure I saw a Counterspell relate to the party on that.
Not going to help too much. You're going to want some type of removal for Stoneforge
Oh, we have
because we know Kuldra's in hand.
Yep, definitely.
Did he play Lion Sash? He must have too, right? Yes.
Yep, Lion Sash is in play.
Okay.
Lion Sash is in play. Stoneforge Mystics in play.
There's a lot. How
We're
many
just
times?
talking about Skull Rack and the wordings. Maybe the
One of our
the
judges?
errata.
Yeah,
Just
talking
confirming.
through it.
Yeah.
Maybe he's asking about the draw, right? Kind of what we were talking about, right? Like
This
the
is the
put
draw
versus
put.
draw.
Yep. And we got. Okay, we're doing a nice cut from the Ponder. What do we draw, Donald? We drew a blue card.
Ooh.
I want to guess it was Narset. That's just my guess. And we'll see if we're right in a couple seconds here. Oh, we're thinking about mana here. We're gonna
Two
scroll back.
blue.
Oh, it was a Tameo. Okay.
Tameo?
It is a blue
Okay.
card.
Yeah.
Off the top. Here we go. So
Nice little blocker, but you know, if the Lion Sash is coming in,
and Culdra's going to be coming in very shortly. Most.
Yeah. Oh,
Wow,
plow.
there's a plow. Yeah, I love it.
Lots of respect.
Yep. Here comes the Stoneforge activation.
Putting
most
Kuldra, this
likely.
could be a pretty
Yeah.
big attack.
This is definitely going to change the tide here.
Supreme Verdict doesn't really solve the issue of
Nope.
Kuldra here.
We have to. You can exile the Kuldra token, right?
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Exile or bounce one of the two.
That was
And
yeah.
give me your graveyard. Let me see what you have so I can exile some type of permanent, something that may help you with my last white mana.
Yeah. Just a quick update on that judge call. Yeah, it was the put into hand versus draw, just to make sure that Scroll Rack is the put into hand, so it won't trigger Bowmasters and stuff like that. Are we surgicling?
No, Lion Sash is eating something to
Ah,
make it a
eating
little
some
bit
stuff.
bigger. And he's going to take what here?
Oh, a whole whack of damage. Yeah, getting pretty low. Donald, what do we
needs
got
something.
off the top? Nope, we're going to game 3. Let's go. Let's do it.
I like.
Donald's going to be on the play for game 3.
Ooh, this is pretty good. Nice job. A good fight from Dan, I have to say. Donald's one land. We can turn it up. If you want. Yeah, I'm
It's
good.
on,
I'm
you're
good. Yeah. Donald fighting back from one land. It seemed like he.
Not sure. He must have known from some. You know what, Jay? I'm not actually sure there. It's very possible that he might have known what was on top there, but he's probably like, you know what? Let's just save some time and go to game 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sideboard, I don't know if you're really changing too much for each of it. Yeah, he didn't. This trigger, I think.
Oh yeah, right. The Ponder to shuffle. Yep.
Within this, I don't really know if there's too much of a difference between what you're taking in and out, player draw, within these decks. Maybe for Dan, he is thinking about. He had Vials too in this list, right?
Mm-hmm. He does.
That's always one of my first things, play draw, right? If I'm taking something like that out, that on the play, you know, compared to the draw.
I wonder if Phantom Blade was taken out because there's really nothing to destroy.
Destroy.
So I wonder if
Nothing good, really.
That maybe like a flute, like as you were saying, there, Will, got brought
Yeah,
in.
flutes.
At
Like I
least
can't
one
really
or two
think
flutes.
else. What else are you bringing in? Flutes and
Maybe you know what?
that's it.
The flutes to be to
Like
be
Wrath
honest.
of the Skies really only gets the Tameo and Clues.
Yeah,
That's it. I guess it does get Fourth Aer Lingus, but that just seems too narrow.
yeah. At that point,
Right, you're gonna lose the game
Yeah.
when Fourth Aer Lingus is coming out.
Yeah, I'd probably guess you might bring in the Flusterstorm from the control side, Containment Priest for sure. Look, see, the consigns are interesting because you always think of consign for countering colorless spells and
Yes.
and Eldrazi essentially, but the consigned memory can actually be used to counter the triggers of Ophelia, Overlord of the Baelmerk. It can be used for
Trigger the counters.
exactly, right, exactly, right. Any kind of trigger that you want to counter, that's what consign is there for. So it can totally be brought in these matchups as well too. I just want to double check. Was there? No, there is no Urza Saga in the black-white deck. So, because I know that's also a great thing being able to consign an Urza Saga trigger when it gets searched.
Yes.
When it's at the third lore chapter there, right? So that definitely makes a difference as well too. Countering the Yorion return trigger 100%. That is a great play as well.
That'd be fun.
Good catch, right? So, well,
Yeah.
we're going to game 3. Dan is looking at his opener right now, or looking at yes, it was an opener.
Ship it
going-
back.
Mulling. Did Donald keep? It looks like Donald kept.
Yeah, he looks pretty confident in what he has there.
Yeah.
Looks like putting some dice for us as well. 5. That's telling us how
5?
many he has.
I really hope not already.
Are you a
We
big
missed that
proponent
much.
of making sure? Okay, because Donald's on the play here, right? Dan's on the draw of waiting. So if you're Dan, to see what your opponent does before, even if you take your look at your 7, you're waiting until the person that's on the play decides, and then you're taking your mulligan.
Oh, 100%. Not to like play the system, but like that is the way the game works, right?
Yeah.
If you're on the play and you keep your 7, the opponent doesn't have to say anything until you say, as
You're
the play, that you're keeping, right? So it's I mean it's the way the game works, and it makes sense. It also kind of again it's a bit of,
Dan went to
when it comes down to it, just like any kind of card game out there, there's a bit of bluffing, a bit of strategy
Yeah.
as well too, right? So as you're in the mulliganing phase of the game, you want to make sure that you show like you're again poker facing your opponent, right?
Mhm.
Making the thing. Do they have a good hand? Do they have a good 7? Do they have a good 6? Whatever it is, right? So turn 2 counterbalance.
Okay.
We're just going. This is quick mode.
This
here.
is quick. Aether Vial, right?
I
Yeah.
wonder if we're getting close to time in the round or something because I don't remember being
Yeah.
that late.
These guys are fast
Yeah,
right now.
they're firing.
Both these players probably know that they register decks that are going to
Yep.
have a higher chance of going to time, being able to play quicker, right? And not so play. The idea of chess clocks. Are we needing chess clocks?
Yes,
Smack that
literally.
clock as soon as the priority
100%.
comes to you when they fetch.
I mean, small note while Dan searching for a land there. We did speed magic one time.
17 minutes.
So
Speed magic?
every time it was your turn, just like you said, there was a chess clock, like an actual chess clock, and we actually had the timer was only 5 minutes.
Oh,
So you had
so you're
5
playing-
minutes
you're
per
playing Blitz,
player.
basically.
Yeah,
Wow.
it was going fast, right? It was actually pretty fun.
Yeah.
Pretty fun in this case, right?
What do you-
Tundra was shown from counterbalance for a spell of a 2-drop variety. Let's see.
Oh, yeah,
downward.
Nice.
So it's actually a 5-drop in this case, if I'm not mistaken, as well too. So we're okay
Would you even
there.
have any 5-drops to
Force of Will.
Forcible?
Yeah.
Yes, that's true. Yeah.
Force of Will itself.
He's keeping that
right,
for
so-
sure. Is Dan's list even? No, he wouldn't run Caverns because the creature suite is just too messy.
Yeah, it's there's really especially because you need the black mana.
Yes.
Like you want the scrubland and the swamp. So you're gonna play more fetches, and in this case, because now again we're playing black, we have scrubland and the surveil lands,
Yeah.
which are a great addition to Legacy as a whole.
God.
I know it's been almost a year and a bit now that we've had them in the format, and it's
I
really
still
brought.
can't
ahead.
find one.
Oh, which one are you looking for? The
Uh,
black red?
Yeah, black red.
Black red. Okay.
Raucous Theater?
Theater. Yes.
But I want
Raucous
like one of
Theater.
the full extended
Ah,
art foils, right?
Yeah,
So
they're hard
But,
to find. They're hard to find
you
out
do?
there.
okay, I'll try it again. What is this? What am I even
See what
playing?
we got here.
Recruiter, nice. Does Legacy accept proxies? Yes. So one great thing and great question, Q Sword. This is a fully proxy-friendly event, and I would say almost every Legacy of the North event, right? Of course, it may be store dependent, right? Is proxy-friendly.
Yep.
Now, of course, you're not going to have someone like me write on it and draw a silly picture, right? At least we try to have something, a bit more proxy-friendly, especially with a 5K event like this. So people could fully proxy a deck.
Yep.
By all
100%,
means. Some
100%.
people maybe proxy a couple of cards. I know one competitor here, Agatha Soul Cauldron, right? That card's like $60 a piece right now
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
because of Commander and Modern.
Yep.
He only needed 4 of them, so he proxied all 4, right? So it's really nice to be able to play with proxies. The big thing that, Legacy of the North and Enter the Battlefield, and I'd say most Legacy players, right, in the cohort that I hang out with, we just want to play. We want to have fun. If the financial burden of it is a bit tight, proxy.
Yeah,
Let's have fun with it.
I 100% agree. If we don't have enough people to play, if we don't have people to play with, what are we doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like the game has to continue. Again, as people say these days, game pieces are the most expensive pieces to get. If you can print them out for a few cents here or there for each card, you know what? It's perfect.
Let's do it.
right? You know what I mean? Running 4 cauldrons? I'm not sure what deck is running 4 cauldrons. Is there a deck running 4 cauldrons?
Yeah, he's either running 3 or 4 cauldrons. It's the combo It's like the eggs. It's not like the eggs combo. I'm trying to remember the name of it.
In
He's
Legacy or
playing
Modern?
LED. He's playing LED. Bring it back for 1 mana, right?
Oh.
And make infinite.
The Bombardier card.
Yes, Bombardier.
Yeah, I can't remember. Not Bombardier. Oh man, it's gonna grind
Someone in
my
chat
gears.
will know it.
Yeah, you know exactly what it is. Auriok Salvagers. There
Yes.
you go. Auriok Salvagers, LED, infinite mana, and then
Walking Ballista.
Walking Blister. Bomberman is the deck name, exactly. Yes. Oh, Walking Blister for the win. Yes.
Yeah.
Makes sense. Yes.
So there is one of those decks here. I hadn't seen the player in a while. I don't want to say the name in case people in the audience are
Ooh.
over there, right? So, but yeah, a strong modern player. That's it's also a strong legacy player who's here today. Back to the game here, as we've been watching it intently. Wink, wink.
Wink. I mean, there's been a lot of countering going on. I see Ophelia in the grave. I see a bunch of lands. We have Flicker Wisp targeting. Moment of Truth, counterbalance on the stack trigger. Let's see what's it going to be. Oh, flickering. Oh, so resolved. Just straight up resolved. Didn't even flip.
Maybe not worried about it,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Wow.
get back a
Full
Solitude.
4 creature sweep. You think you take Solitude here?
Oh, Tanio's on top.
Ophelia.
Thank you, Jay. So we know. You know what? That's I mean, you're not really solituding. I just want to solitude the Tamio because it's
I
not
feel like
flipped yet.
Ophelia is your best value engine. Maybe
going
okay,
Solitude.
Worried about maybe just trying to get rid of this Tamio eventually.
Yeah.
I
That's my
love
guess.
Ophelia. The card when I saw that printed, right? I love playing Bant and Canlander and Commander. I was like, this card needs to be. In
Oh
my
yeah,
deck,
this thing is again
for sure.
white flicker. Like being able to white blink is pretty solid.
And I guess it's solid enough for Solitude.
Ha! Knee-
Oh, good.
Knee
That was a
slapper.
stretch.
Knee
That was a
slapper.
stretch. Hey, producer, you're not allowed to vomit at my great joke there. Look, chat's laughing. As I'm
Somewhere.
silent.
Somewhere
Yeah.
over there.
They're laughing at it. Jason Mind Sculptor and minus bounced Overlord. Now, he could just replay Overlord here
Yeah,
and
so Tamio
kind of
8. Go ahead,
get
yeah.
something in the graveyard.
Let's see what we got
Let's
here.
see.
Yeah.
Flip
okay.
the top. What do you got?
It's a mountain.
It's a mountain.
Yeah, it's a mountain.
The one-up mountain, probably.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, 100%. Let's see what we got. A whole whack of lands. And you know what the great thing about Overlord of Veilmark is? You can get any
Is
creature
that
from
Wrath?
the yard.
Was that Wrath that he flipped, or was
you
it
know
another
what? Let's see
Ophelia?
if he flips it out or spreads it out. I think it was Ophelia.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Ophelia or
It was
Wrath?
Ophelia.
I mean, you could Wrath counterbalance. Because you can,
You
because
could.
you can
That's actually
overpay.
good.
You can
And-
overpay for the X. And then counterbalance can't counter it because if it's like, too high, let's
Yeah,
say, something
exactly.
like that, right?
More than 4 mana, right? You can make it 6 or something like
100%,
that.
exactly.
Donald's not gonna have a 6-drop in his deck.
Nope.
Maybe he's playing.
Yeah, there's no even in Treat, I don't think he's
Tidespike
a 6 drop.
Tower.
I think it's a 4 drop. Yeah, Tidespike Tyrant. An 8 drop. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
yeah, he's playing that.
Man. We're going.
Could you
We're
imagine?
going deep.
Yeah, we're going deep.
Remember when Blueback Reanimator used to play Elishnorn, Iona, and Tidespike Tyrant?
I was thinking about that in the car ride here,
Really?
and I was thinking like Sire of Insanity in
Sire
some
of
lists
Insanity,
too, right?
yes, yes.
Like old school kind of things, right? Like turn 1, does Sire get there?
Yeah,
maybe, right? Like,
exactly. I remember doing that back in the day. I'm like, okay, we got a Sire in play.
yeah,
Just
discard
discard
your
our hand, right?
Hopefully, you're on the play.
Especially turn 1. Yeah, on the play, turn 1,
Yeah.
especially, because then they'll have no lands, right? And that's what Miracles was like
Ooh,
the best thing.
Fourth
going on.
Aerlingus.
Oh, we
coming
did
out.
it.
Fourth Aerlingus for
I think
3?
it's 3 in this case.
making 3 2/2 hasters and getting the Monarch. Now, Donald doesn't have any flyers.
Oh, here's a
To
Solitude,
boot.
which we knew about.
Yep, so gonna get rid of one of them probably before attacks.
So not even flipping from the counterbalance. Do we know what's there? I can't remember again.
So
All good.
he's gonna get the Monarch. He's gonna draw at the end, but Dan can steal Monarch back,
Yes, you can
which
with
is
the flyer.
nice. And that's gonna help out Dan. Dan also can think about, if he hasn't cited out Bowmasters, which we presume he hasn't. That's something too. If Donald ever does steal the Monarch back, could help a little bit
Yep.
here and there. So we shall see. Oh, look at this tech stuff. Oh my goodness, look at this.
Oh,
Boom.
we got red going on.
We got beautiful.
Wow,
Woo.
unreal. Look at that.
Look at this, everybody. We have upgraded.
They're playing on a red playmat now. This is glorious.
Yeah. But
Okay,
don't
so-
look at Dan's screen, because then you see a green screen. So just look at the other part of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And you will see the end of the battlefield. We're upgrading.
We're doing it. We're getting there. Okay, we got. We're taking the 4. Another 4.
Oh yeah, and
Oh,
shopping
life totals haven't been updated in a little bit of
Bolting
time. It
himself.
looks like.
Yeah,
13.
they're
Okay.
Stoneforge Mystic. I wonder what 2 mana play Force of Will is.
Are we even
Looks like-
flipping counterbalance triggers? Oh, okay.
No, it looks like he's.
Oh, it was a Hardcast Force? Hardcast Force.
No.
Yeah, he's tapped out.
Because he's played Fourth Air Lingus. There's no way he could. Right?
No, this is 2 turns after 4th now.
Oh.
Because he already has the Monarch. Because he
Okay.
blocked. I'm not mistaken, right? Unless I'm going nuts here, because what's going on is, you know what?
Did he ever draw for Monarch? Who's Monarch?
You know what? I'm not sure. if
Dan
he
did Dan not take Monarch?
I'm not sure.
I think this is
here.
only 1 turn after.
They
Yeah,
said-
no
we have
one's
idea what's
got
going on. No idea.
There is in Donald's camera that is not one of our judge.
No, that is Claudio, one of our really strong. Usually plays at Cardboard Classics. Right, he's our.
I've
I'd say-
always seen him play like Eldrazi or something like that.
Yeah,
but I've seen him
definitely
play
Carlos.
like lots of different things
Yep,
too.
Carlos decks for sure.
Strong player. Thelia. Okay, yeah, there's the 2 mana play we knew about. Okay, is he going to trigger counterbalance? I feel like he either just knows what's on top and just okay.
There we go.
There we go. Huh!
2 drop.
Ooh,
Oh,
he
it's a 2
got
drop.
it,
Let's
he got it
go.
this time. I think
Blind
it was a
flip.
blind flip.
Yep,
Yeah,
that was definitely a blind flip. Yeah, the blue sweater guy is Ben, our producer. That's who was blocking the camera for a second there.
We'll see.
Anyways,
That's pretty rough for Dan. The Thelia, the Flicker Wisp could have exiled, right, with the Thelia, or Thelia could even exile these little horsemen riding at him, attacking him.
yeah, this is what is Dan looking for? What's he thinking about?
Dan
What?
has to attack him.
He needs
right?
to get the Monarch
Yeah,
because
to
there's
get the Monarch, you need more cards.
and again,
too.
there's no flyers right now that I can see in
No.
play. Yeah.
So, and is Monarch a forced action that would have to be rewound to?
In which way? Like that has to be for, like to draw the card or to obtain the Monarch.
Like board state, keeping board state correct.
Yes, I
Yeah,
would
we
say
have to.
I would say you have to make sure that
Yeah.
you keep it. Yes.
So we're gonna make sure that this happens if it's attacked.
Okay, we're taking
1,
some
2,
more damage.
3. I don't know why, but they're updating their the score for us, the life pads. I rather the paper be correct. There's our head judge that just came into view here. I have a fun story when we have downtime about him judging one
Okay.
of these specific last chance qualifiers for the face-to-face tour.
Do you remember what format it was?
Pioneer.
Ooh, okay.
I played a bit of Pioneer, and I never played the deck before going this thing, and I was playing Burn, mono red.
in Pioneer. I guess
In Pioneer.
Is Lightning Bolt a thing in Pioneer?
No,
Okay.
Lightning Bolt is
Fair
not.
enough.
At
Okay.
least at this point, but who knows in the Tamagotchi set coming out in
Tamagotchi
next
set.
year, right? Valued at $3,000.
Oh my goodness.
Lightning Bolt might be the next handheld device.
No, it's the God of War.
The God of War,
God
yeah,
of
the God
War.
of War. That's better, right? So
We have an Overlord. Are we thinking about on the stack still?
it seems like it. Donald is deep in the tank.
I was just gonna say we're tanking. We're tanking.
He just, well, I guess he knows what's on top.
Drawing a clue. Drawing with a clue.
Blind
Moment of
flip on the
truth.
top. Let's see.
Oh, response for fetching. Okay. Okay. I mean, this is tight. I mean,
We'll see.
Donald still has a lot of life going on. So, I mean, right now the only thing that Dan could grab that is worth playing would be a Stoneforge. Oh, we're just straight up
What?
countering. Oh, Mystic Sanctuary, putting
Oh.
the Force of Will.
Yeah,
Let's
putting the Force of Will
go.
on top
Mystic
and then
Sanctuary.
being able to flip that with counterbalance.
Coming in hot.
Look at this.
Coast is clear for a vial. That's okay. Doesn't really
Vile
matter.
turn 12. Looking pretty sad.
Yep.
Well,
Wow. Mystic Sanctuary for the win on that one.
Okay.
That was tight.
you
Monarch.
may need to make sure Monarch is drawn.
Monarch
Yeah,
is
okay,
been
there we
flipped.
go.
Dan
Good.
got it. We're good.
Yeah.
Just gonna draw from the Monarch.
No Narset in
Nope.
play, correct? No
Taking
text
damage.
blocks.
Nope. Here we go. Drawing. Text box. Yes, because his Narset is the secret
text.
layer one or whatever it is, right? Yeah. Here we go. So we're drawing the Force of Will, which maybe isn't the best thing right now to be doing, but at least we know. Dan should know that he can't counter any or can't cast any spells because of that hardcast force being available. Just checking, there's no clues in play, or is there a clue?
I think there's one
There's
clue
still-
in play still,
just
right
no
beside
dying?
the
Okay.
Teferi.
Okay, just confirming.
And
Snap.
Snapcaster,
On the 4th for 2.
yeah,
Yep,
fourth
fourth
for
for
2.
two.
Is that
There
dead?
we go.
2, 4, 6, 8 goes to 1. Yeah.
That's what it's looking like, unless Dan has something in the hand there.
Take Monarch
Yeah,
back.
take the Monarch.
Does he have an extra card in hand here?
Here we go.
Jace. Okay.
We're coming close to the end of the round. We got about 3 to 4 minutes left.
Yeah, so Jace was out at one point, and I believe did get killed eventually.
Oh,
Yeah,
and
that's game.
it. Donald
Wow.
got it.
Yeah, he'd
Fourth-
go to 1 and probably have nothing else in return, right?
Fourth
How are you gonna get out of
Lingus for the win here. Wow. Unreal.
Woo!
Unreal.
Round 2. Coming to a close. Look at us. Wow.